I'm going to go through standing fire hydrants, and these are exercises which we use to create strength and stability around the pelvic ring. Really good for rehabilitating back into running and dynamic activities like hiking, and also really good for building back up that coordination of strength around the pelvis, particularly postnatally. So all you need for this is a wall space. So I'm going to kind of stand next to the wall, and I've got my shoulder just touching the wall, so my feet are landing underneath my hips. So I'm not stood away from the wall leaning onto it, my feet are underneath it. From here, I'm going to keep my weight on my outside leg and just lift my inside leg off, so my knee and my ankle on the wall. And now there's a nice big gap here between my hip and my shoulder, so I'm not still on the wall, my hips are off and I'm over. Do you see the difference here? So if you're back and you're sort of leaning your hips on the wall, you'll be over here. If you press forwards over your supporting hip, you've got this nice vertical action over here. Now, option number one, we stay here and we maintain this connection here, feeling the glutes working in around the pelvis. You shouldn't be working it into your lower back. If that is the case, just bend the knees slightly for me. Allow yourself to find that pelvic neutral, feel the glutes connect, and then think about the whole foot. Push the foot into the floor, keeping the connection here in the glutes. Okay, so that's option number one, where you do it for a set period of time, and your therapist should talk you through how long and how many repetitions to do. I'm going to go through some of the variations that you may have been shown as well. So the first one is our running man. So we're on exactly the same setup, shoulder just touching the wall to set up, pop my leg onto the wall, and then stack over my supporting leg. So from here now, I'm going to take a nice running action with this leg here. Now you might like to do this with a ball. So you just grab a soft Pilates ball, pop it in between your knee and the shin and the wall, and then roll the ball forwards and backwards. That's also a nice option for you, and also can help you keep that connection against the wall if you're finding that you are starting to kind of drift a little bit with your technique. Option number two, and this is where we're going to be taking this hip through some range. So this one here is really good for challenging core stability and stabilizing the pelvis for actions like walking and running. So from here now, setting yourself up just like we did on the first exercise, nice and tall. Find the starting position, and then hinging from the hip, sit back into a squat and then stand up again. So we squat and release. Squat and release. And this is where you've really got to use that strength and power. So on an exhale, use that core to lift yourself back up and fold again. Mind that you don't drop over the knee forwards here and slide in the leg. Fold back as if you're sitting on a chair. Okay, another option for you is a heel raise, up and down on your toes. So this is going to really challenge the outside stability of your ankle. So if you've got recurrent injuries in your ankle, you're having problems tracking up through your leg, this is a great one to create that stability whilst into the heel as well. Okay, last one, we're going to come into a squat hold, and we're going to bring some rotation. So you could start here, just holding, but if we're building up that ability to stabilize at the pelvis, strong legs, and bring trunk rotation, we want to reach and tap, tap, and tap. And can you see how I'm folding down across my leg here and then reaching up and tapping the wall? My pelvis and my legs are staying exactly the same, but I'm getting that nice rotation action as if I'm running and rotating. I get that natural rotation here at my chest. So lots of variations there. Please follow your therapist's advice on which one is right for you and how many repetitions and how long you should be doing this for. Make sure you watch this video through a few times to really pick up the technique, because this exercise takes just a fine little tweak to get your technique right, and then it really takes off. But if you're missing it, we tend to go load into the back, we overextend into the knee, and we tend to hold for our breath.